All right, looks like we're live, everybody. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. This is a live recording. This is Nick G from globalcurrencyreset.net. So today I got kind of a big news story for some people who probably haven't been focusing too much on the dinar lately. And I'm not heavily invested in that currency, just so people know. I didn't spend that much money. In fact, I spent less than 1,000 investing in all the currencies. I'm mainly focused on gold and silver. Of course, I'm going to buy some currency. I always have been doing currency exchanges, but I don't want to focus too much on a currency that's hyperinflated right now. That's why you don't see me, rushing out to buy Zimbabwe dollars. Okay, so we're on the Central Bank of Iraq homepage, which is cbi.iq, and should be able to see my screen okay. And we're going to go ahead and go under news and announcements. And you can see on the American side of the news and announcements, you don't really see much. You see 2 announcements here, and that's it. That's the whole page. Now let's switch it to Arabic, and then we have a whole bunch of new stuff. And the one thing that'll probably stick out is the notes. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at what we've got. We've got the 5,000, the 25,000. If we scroll down more, we see the 10,000 note. So what's going on? What is this? Well, I don't read Arabic, and neither do you probably. So let's just go ahead and go into Google Translate. Now to do that, it's very simple. You're going to go to Google. Actually, it's translate.google.com. In fact, if you just Google Translate, it'll come up. So you're going to switch this to Arabic. You're going to paste the link from here. You're going to paste that right there. And then switch the site to English, and then, of course, click Translate. So now what we've got is we've got the whole page translated for us, everything. So let's just go ahead and read. We could start down at the bottom, actually. And it's just talking about different things for currency, foreign currency exchanges. And then right here we see the 10,000 note. And it essentially is saying that there's going to be new 10,000 dinar notes. It doesn't say that on the American side yet. So if you go to the American side of the CBI page and you click banknotes and coins, if you look at the 10,000 dinar note, you're not actually going to see a change yet. Okay. Oh, hold on. What page did I have open? It's this one. I don't want to get these mixed up because some of these are translated and some are not. It'll really mess with people if they don't know. So look at the let's look at the 10,000 dinar note real quick. So the new one, you don't see the dude. On this one, you see the dude with the beard and the turban. Okay. And look at the new one. No guy, no turban. So the whole thing has changed. Okay. You can see other things that have changed. You can see the strip going right through the center of the bill is not present on this one. Okay. We'll go ahead and look at the 25,000 dinar note next. Let's go, because that's probably the one that most people are most common one that you have. Okay, so on this one, you can see, let me zoom in slightly because it's probably difficult to see. Okay, so on this one, it won't let me go over anymore. All right, see the guy right here? Look at the guy right here. There's a difference. There's a difference because the bill's different. There's a strip here on the right side. There's a strip in the middle, slightly off-centered. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to the old one. No strip and nothing off center. Well, if it was, it'd be going right through this guy's head because the new bills have it going right there. So there you go. On the back side of it, you can see in the reverse, there's a little circular thing. And then on the new one, it's got that. On the old one, it does not. Okay. New bill. Old bill. You guys can do this yourself. I know I'm going kind of quick because most people have a really short attention span, I found. So I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible. The last is the 5,000 dinar note. So let's scroll up slightly. Here we are at the 5,000 dinar note. Same thing here. You see the wave, and there's like a little thing before the wave. On this one, you see the wave, but the thing is not present. See the differences? Also, there's a strip going through here. No strip on this one. The back of it is pretty much the exact same thing. The back one shows this desert fortress. And essentially, it's the same thing. You don't see anything else on there. So here's the deal, guys. So the CBI has printed new notes, not the lower denomination notes like people have been claiming, and they've been basically yelling at me through the email saying I'm wrong, that they're not going to be producing more high denomination notes. You could probably look at what I've been saying for the last, well, pretty much since the beginning of this year, since I started these videos and my podcast. The central bank did exactly what I predicted. They reprinted their old bills, except they've changed them slightly. Okay, so all these people who are on the Dinar Guru site who said, like this guy here was talking about 3 zeros would be removed. The RV soon to be here. That was April 9th, 2011. Today is October 29th. So it's 3 years later. And that this is what they were saying. Who else is saying it? Well, I'm not going to go into Okie and all these other guys, but okay. 30 notes, 30 notes. Yeah, lifting zeros. All I did was I just went into Dinar Guru archives and I typed the word zeros. It appears 30 times. Let's see, redenomination and RV. Yeah, I mean, people just, they really think that they're going to be removed. Adam Montana. I don't know. Is he related to Hannah Montana? I have no clue who that is. In fact, I don't even know if that's his real name. Most people don't have last names that are states, but I'm just saying. Otherwise, I'd be calling myself Nick Arizona, and that's pretty stupid. But anyways, so I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about, yeah, he's talking about a lower RV rate of 10 cents to 25 cents. Yeah, I mean that's still high. I mean, even a penny would probably be considered high. But these people who were saying $3, and I think Tony was saying $38. Yeah, I'm not seeing that, guys. Okie, unfortunately, Okie was talking about the 3 zeros. Parliament approved the 3 zeros. Sorry, Okie, you were wrong. That was over 3 years ago, and there has not been any announcement of 3 zeros. In fact, they're making more 30 notes as we speak. I believe the main reason why is these bills are very highly counterfeited, the 5,000 and the 25,000. So to prevent counterfeiting and just to have some nice new bills, that's what they've done. They've reprinted these. They have not redenominated them. Please understand the difference between removing the zeros and redenomination. Redenomination is kind of what happens when a country will devalue its currency. I know that's happened recently in Venezuela, where they devalued their currency. I mean, they kept the same bills. You know, they were still using the same bills, but they devalued it, meaning their currency was worth less. Okay, with Iraq, same thing happening. They're keeping the same notes. They're just reissuing their currency. They're not redenominating them. So there's no change there. So I don't want people to think that, you know, this is a sign that the RV is going to happen. It's actually the opposite. It's a sign that the RV is not going to happen. So I'm sorry if I shattered some dreams here today, but I just want everybody to know that there are no 30 notes being removed. Okay, I talked to the American contractor, and you know, he assured me that they're still using the Iraqi dinar over there. In fact, they actually prefer to use the U.S. dollar for higher value items. Okay, you don't buy a car using dinars. What are you going to show up with a suitcase? You'd show up with U.S. dollars, or you just do, you know, you probably can't even do bank transfers. So what do you get with 5,000 dinars? Let's look at an Iraq menu. Here we are with an Iraq menu. So you can get a burger for 5,000 Iraqi dinars. Well, okay, well, how much does that actually end up being? If you go to xe.com, you can do a currency conversion. 5,000 Iraqi dinars ends up being $4.30 US. Okay, so they're reissuing money. And guys, here in Arizona, where I'm from, $4.30 for a burger is something that's very normal. It's not unreasonable. So essentially, the prices in Iraq are very similar to the prices here. If you guys have any friends who are soldiers over there, you can call them, ask them, and see what they think. They're going to tell you the exact same thing that I'm telling you, that they do use the dinar. However, they prefer the U.S. dollar. And one of the jokes that myself and the American contractor were talking about is that, and he said this, he's like, if you give them, if you have American dollars, then they'll tell you that this burger costs $5 U.S. dollars. And, you know, even though you're kind of getting ripped off, you're not getting ripped off too much, because even though it's only worth $4.30 US, you do have to account for the additional fees for doing a currency transaction. Now, some of you are like, well, what does that mean? If you've never traveled overseas, then you have no idea. Like, you know, in fact, I might even be able to pull up my picture when I was in the Navy. There's a picture of me here when I was in Hong Kong, and it's not a really good one because it doesn't really show the full ship. But when I was in Hong Kong, guys, one of the things that I did is before I got off of the ship, you can see I'm on the USS Blue Ridge here, and we're very hazy, cloudy day. We're here in Hong Kong. Is there were people from Hong Kong on the ship? You know, they take these little boats and they dock at the ship, and they have a bunch of Hong Kong dollars, and you give them. You know, we just got paid basically. You know, we were at sea for a week and we got our paychecks, and we exchanged our Hong Kong dollars for US dollars. But here's the thing: we didn't get the actual rate. We got a little bit less. So for instance, if you had I gotta change this back to US dollars because it's going to confuse people if I don't. So It's been a long time since I've done this, but let's just go ahead and see what is $1 worth in, I guess it's not showing Hong Kong dollars. Let's show Iraqi dinar. We'll do it that way, okay? Okay. I wonder why. I wanted to see Hong Kong dollars, but oh, there it is right there. Never mind. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. So one US dollar is worth $7.75 Hong Kong dollars. Guys, that's pretty much exactly what it was when I was in the Navy about 10 years ago. Let me see if I can bring up the chart for 10 years. Yeah, look at this. So for 10 years, the exchange rate hasn't changed. You can see it's been completely flat for the Hong Kong dollar for US dollar. Now, if we change it to the Iraqi dinar, you're going to see a little bit of a change. Let's go to IQD on here. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of a fluctuation, but still, for the last 10 years, the dinar, it's changed a little bit. You used to be able to buy like 1,400 dinars, and then at some point, they just redenominated it, and boom, it went to 12. And then it's been steady for about the last, if you look at here, the last 5 years, the Iraqi dinar has not changed the value, plus or minus a few cents. Okay, so let's go back one more time. And just to clarify, like I said, you guys probably have never done foreign currency transactions, but so one US dollar is worth 1162 Iraqi dinar. We know that. But when you go to these dinar sites and you try to exchange, you think you're going to get this much? No, you're going to get a lot less. In fact, let's see. If you actually do the exchange for, let's say you want to buy 1,000,000 Iraqi dinars, okay? I'll show you what you should pay if there was no markup. This is what you would pay for 1,000,000 Iraqi dinars. You'd pay $859. Now, I can only think of one place that's charging a little bit more. They're charging $899, so they're only making a little bit of money. They're also giving free shipping, but I'm not promoting Dinar, so I'm not going to tell you who they are. You guys can find out. But obviously, some places like who are those guys? Treasury Vault. They're charging a lot more for Iraqi Dinar. Now, for those people who need the guide, you go to my site here, and here we are on the homepage. Click Dinar Guide, and I really want you guys, if you're buying Dinar, I'm not saying you should. I mean, I prefer gold and silver, but if you want to buy Dinar, check out this chart I created, and it tells you how much these different places are charging over and above the rate. Okay, and I said the official exchange rate was $859, but then you look at some places here, and you can see how much they're charging. I buy Dinar, they're charging like 16% more. Then you have a place called Tampa Dinar or Dinar Inc. They're charging 42% more. And the funny thing is, people are still buying from them. This is funny. There's a place called Cheapest Dinar, and they're charging 31% more. So let's see, Sterling's charging 22%. That's the company Tony had said he mentioned that he works for. But, I talked to Frank. He says he doesn't work for us. So, okay. Anyways, so guys, just do your research. This is a good chart for people who want to know about how much to pay for Dinar. It doesn't have any links where you can buy it. So just you guys can do your own research. If I put some links for Amazon and eBay, but you don't have to buy from there. You can buy wherever you want. If you live in Florida, there's probably 1 million people who are going to, sell it to you locally. They might even rip you off locally. So make sure you guys compare with this chart, see how much these companies are charging. Okay, you're going to get charged more. At a minimum, you're gonna get charged at least 5%. So do your research, and that's it. If you guys have questions, just go ahead and respond. If you're not part of the newsletter, just go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter. It's real simple. There's a link here for newsletter, and all you've got to do simply is just click the button that says to subscribe to the newsletter right there. Boom, and just fill in your information. Okay, that's it, guys. I hope I was able to help you out. And so again, to recap, the 30 notes have not been removed. In fact, they're reprinting the 30 notes, the 25, the 5, and then the 10. Just go to the CBI homepage and look at the Iraqi version, just like that. There it is. And then scroll through and you'll read that. Use the translation in Google Translate to figure out what it says. And that's it. Okay. So guys, just go ahead and respond there. What do you think? And I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.